Good morning, everyone. My name's Steve Coker. I'm a resident of Los Angeles, California. It's Sunday, April 19th, 2020. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day here in Los Angeles. It's going to be about upper 60, lower 70 degrees. And it's a beautiful spring morning. So I thought I would record this. First time I've done a video like this. Just showing my front yard garden. I'm an avid gardener. I've been a member of the Culver City Garden Club for over 20 years. And I think I do a lot of wildflower planting, and I think we're right about at peak right now. So I thought I would do a video of my front yard, just showing everybody what's in bloom. I have kind of a unique garden. It's not stuff you normally see in other gardens. I do a lot of annuals. I like lots of bright color. So let's get started and see how this video turns out. This is our family home. My parents bought it 58 years ago. We're right across from a freeway embankment here. They actually used to live where the freeway is now, and the house was condemned to build the freeway in the early 1960s. So my parents are both deceased now, and my siblings and I own the house. But and I don't get to do everything I want to in the yard, but I am the gardener of the family. So let's see what we have. It's kind of, let's see, it's still early in the morning, so a lot of the garden is still in the shade. So forgive me if some of these videos don't have the right exposure here, but on the outside we got some linaria. These are a California wildflower. I grow these from seed every year. They have tiny little seeds. They come in all sorts of different colors, yellows and pinks. These are just on the outside. Also, we've got some mountain garland. I also grow these from seed. We've got some purple bachelor buttons. I love this color. I love purples in the garden. I love purples and oranges and blues. If I see white stuff, I usually pull it out. These are more linaria. These are another California wildflower. I don't know if they show up. It's kind of bluish purple. And if you look really closely, I don't know how close I can get, you can actually see blue pollen. But these are called Gilia tricolor. And then we've got a couple of California poppies. A little viola. Violas are mini pansies, the little orange ones. Like these have been in here for months now. Got some cosmos, again grown from seed. You can actually see some of the seeds here. Here are some seeds. So I generally collect the seeds of the plants I really like. This is one of my favorite things this year. These are larkspur. Larkspur are like delphiniums, but they're annuals. I had one of these a year ago, and I liked them so much I made sure I collected some seeds. But this color is just gorgeous, and it looks really well here by the gate. Gaillardia. These also, I have a couple of people who these are their favorite flowers. These are also grown from seed. A lot of this garden comes back from the prior year, and this is one of the things. One of the few things not grown from seed are the purple cone flowers. These are taller than I thought. These are a good 4 feet tall. So these were a bit of a surprise, how tall they got. More bachelor buttons. You can see we've got pink ones, we've got blue ones. I will probably purple one over here. I will probably be saving some seeds of these again. I also garden the freeway embankment across the street. Caltrans has an Adopt a Highway program, and I am the only person supposedly in LA County, perhaps Southern California, who has taken them up on the offer. Um, Bearded iris. I love this right now. I don't know the variety. It's a brick red. I have several iris in here. You'll see one or two more in a second. I love bearded iris. In terms of art, I'm a big fan of Monet and all of the iris that he painted, French Impressionist. Here's our cat, Spock. Say hi, Spock. There's a lot of wildlife in here. You'll see a lot of bees, and I haven't seen any butterflies. It's still kind of early in the day, but we do see butterflies. This is a lupin, yellow one. I have lots of blue lupins that I grow, but very few yellow ones. I really love this. I will definitely be collecting seeds of this. Let's see, there's a white cosmos. Okay, that one will probably get pulled out. Again, I'm not a big fan of white. Okay, here is an orange iris. It's been blooming. I've had really good luck with the bearded iris this year. I guess it's the weather. These are all about 1 to 2 year old plants that I bought as rhizomes one summer, I think a year and a half ago. There's a bunch of nurseries over on Sawtell in West LA, and I got a bunch there. I've had some purple and yellow ones, bright yellow ones, and I've learned don't overwater them. That seems to be the secret for iris. I've got some oriental poppies, and you know what? Well, we'll be outside of the gate in a few minutes, but the bees are having a field day. They love them. If you want to attract bees, and I love oriental poppies. They do better when you have something to kind of lean them up against, like a fence, it appears. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I haven't had a whole lot of experience growing them. But I'll show you something else outside on the parkway in a minute. Some cosmos. More Gaillardia. Here's something. These are scarlet flax. These again are California wildflower. At least they are in the wildflower packets that I buy. And they live up to their name. They're definitely scarlet. They just have a wave in this corner, and it looks really lovely. It's hard to believe that this whole embankment, if you come here in 6 months, will be almost completely empty. The thing about annuals is they're gorgeous when they're in bloom, but they will die back. And so it gives me a chance to weed and amend the soil. I have amended the soil several times. We have a typical clay soil here, and I've put in a little bit of sand and some compost, and works really well. So here we have more oriental poppies. I don't know if you can see the bees, and we're kind of getting into the sun here, but again, they are just really, really happy. They're all over these. Let's see if I can zero in on anything. Last year, for several days, we had a wave of butterflies come through here, and painted lady butterflies, and they tended to love the cosmos plants. Here's one of those. The cosmos are generally, I have pink ones, and I also like the orange ones. In case you haven't told, I love bright colors in the garden. I love things that are kind of unique too. This is kind of like my little potting and staging area. I've got a couple of dahlias that I just bought. I've got some daylilies, not sure where to put them in. We've got geraniums growing. I don't remember the name of this, but this does well. It's a perennial, comes back every year. Lavender, if you want bees, the bees are all over this a lot of the time too. What else do I have? Cape honeysuckle. This is one of my bulletproof plants. If you want a plant that takes heat and drought and no disease, no pests, Cape honeysuckle is your plant. It'll get about 2 stories tall if you let it. I've got some alstroemeria growing in here. and a hibiscus. So more gaillardia. Oh, here's one of the lupins. I've been growing here for a number of years, and what happens every year is I actually extended the garden bed area about 6 inches this year. But what I do is, or what I have is the seeds spread into the lawn. And so if I don't mow them over, you'll actually see plants in the lawn. But let's go out onto the sidewalk and look at the parkway. I have more bachelor buttons, poppies. This is a salvia. This is one of the few perennial plants that I have that will be here all year long. I do have to cut it back a little bit. More cosmos, some bachelor buttons. This is one of my favorite surprises this year. This is an oriental poppy. I love the red color. It is just the deepest red, again grown from seed. The bees love it. I will be collecting seeds from this. You can already see some of the seed pods. That's a seed pod. It hasn't turned brown yet, but when it does, I will collect the seed. I've got some pink oriental poppies, more cosmos. I've got some spent. This that looks like the leaves of a gladiola is actually chasmanth. It's already been come and gone. I had a really unique oriental poppy. Usually they're single flowers, but this one's a double, and it's got white around the edges. So that was a bit of a surprise. Just saw that for the first time yesterday. And here it is from this angle. Something new. Not sure whether it's success or not, but again, our parkway is usually grass. It's usually grass. We mow it, we keep it nicely. But this year, some of the poppies actually blew over into the parkway, and I saw them and I tried to leave them. I say try because, again, I don't own the house 100%, and we don't always agree, family, on what should be here. But I left a lot of the oriental poppies to grow, and I also left some of the dandelions because I want this to be a very friendly garden for birds, and they do like eating. Once the yellow flowers turn white, the birds like to come and eat from the dandelions, so I kind of try to leave something for them to do. And that's about it. So thank you, everybody. Here's a coreopsis plant. And so hope you enjoyed a tour of the garden. I may do a future video, I probably will, of my freeway garden. It goes down 1 block in that direction and 2 blocks down in the other direction. Lots of blue lupins, lots of poppies, morning glories right now. It's south facing, so gets full sun, and but that's another time. So, okay, thank you, everybody. Have a good day.